Whoa, oh my gosh. I was lifting up my bait to bring it out. That's a good one. I think I might need. What? Oh man, that's good. All right, how's it going, guys? I want to do a quick introduction to this video here. I think I'm combining two videos in this, and one of them was just like a random little creek fishing trip to a creek that I've been to many times. Had mixed success there, but I used something new that I don't use too often, which was a chatterbait, and this was a mini one, and it actually worked out pretty well. So I'll show some of the catches there. And then I also went fishing with Matt from G2G Fishing. He took me to a secret spot that he knows about, and it ended up working out really well. We actually both caught a pretty good amount of fish, and I actually got one that was pretty big, so I'm gonna show that in this video. Just gonna be a two-part compilation of two different fishing trips. So these were actually taken back in July, so I'm a little bit behind on my videos. I gotta keep putting it more out. I haven't been sticking to my one video every 5 days schedule. But right now it's getting towards late September, so fall fishing is becoming the thing. So I'm gonna continue going out and fishing and get some more videos out for you guys. I also mentioned how I'm gonna do a 500 subscriber giveaway box. I actually hit 500 subscribers. I'm at like 512 right now, so look out for that. I'm gonna put out a video where I'm doing an introduction to the box and then what you guys have to do to get in that giveaway, because I don't really know how to do it right now, but I know it's possible. All right, hope you guys enjoy the video and stay tuned for the creek action. Okay, I'm gonna start off here with a blue Helgermite on a Ned rig jig head. I love using these baits, and the only issue is that it takes a while to move through areas with them. You can't move fast, but I'm gonna head downstream and try to target some areas of the rapids. The water's still a tad bit murky, so this blue Helgermite should be good. Man, I think I had a rock bass right along that weed edge over there. Barely set the hook because I barely felt the fish. Okay, that's something. It's a rock bass. It just gave up. I think there's just a bunch of rock bass along that weed edge there. Finally got one big enough and set the hook. Look at that little rock bass. This creek I'm in is a good creek for rock bass, but I'm hoping for some big smallmouth. All right, guys. So far, I haven't really gotten any smallmouth bites, I don't think. Gotten lots of rock bass bites, but the water's murkier than I thought it was gonna be. So I don't think a Ned rig is the best option. I mean, I was using a blue one, but it's just, I don't know, too many still areas, not enough rapids. So I'm gonna try a search bait here, and I'm actually gonna use a little mini chatterbait. So I don't use these in the creeks. I've never caught a creek fish off of a chatterbait, but this is a mini one, so it should be good. I mean, it's about, I don't know, 3 to 4 inches long. So smallmouth should be able to get it, and any active one should be able to find it in this murky water still. I mean, it's not terribly murky, but enough to where I think the Ned rig's causing issues. Oh, finally. Oh my gosh, I am missing just everything. Well, there's a smallmouth right there. Oh, that would have been my first chatterbait catch in the creek. Chatterbait is super hard to use. This one doesn't sink very much, and I can't get the blade going good. Oh, that's another smallmouth again. This one be big? Oh no, this one's not very big, but it's a smallmouth. Wow, okay. Oh no, it is. I think it is pretty big actually. Oh boy. Get in there. Oh, nice. All right. All right. That's a really good sized fish. Stop moving. Okay. So they're along structure. They're along rocks. They're not really near the rapids at all. I mean, this is a little bit downstream, but okay. Wow, that's a really solid one. There we go. Oh, man. All right. Everybody check this guy out. Look how long he is. He's got a hurt eye from somebody, but his other eye is good. Looks like he's pretty healthy. It's a really good size one. First crankbait catch in the creeks. I was about to say I'm not going to catch anything here. This water's murky, so I think they're just hanging out near bigger areas of structure like those rocks, and then they got some current there. Look at that. Nice. I'd say this is like maybe a little over a pound. I think that's bigger than the other one I was going to catch. All right, so the 8-pound mono held up nicely. I'm glad I made the switch. I didn't worry about breaking off with him at all. Granted, 6-pound mono would have probably worked too, but there's just a higher chance of breaking off, especially with a fish that size in a creek. Right on this back wall is where I got those 2 bites. Nothing big, but it's a fish. I will take it. There we go. All right. So the chatterbait is working right now. Oh, hold on. All right, here's the smallmouth. Just a little guy, but second chatterbait catch of the day. And I'll take it, you know? I was struggling at the beginning here, but I think I found a good little spot with these rocks. I think the shoreline's pretty deep over there, so I think there's a lot of smallmouth hiding out. Oh, he was ready to go. So basically all I'm doing with this chatterbait in this murky creek water is I'm kind of jigging it a little bit like a blade bait right along the bank. And I'm trying to hug the bank really closely and jig it kind of fast, but still make it look like a little bit like a swim bait. The reason I'm doing that is because I can't do a constant retrieve on this thing because it doesn't stay down in the water. It kind of tends to float up towards the surface, and then it basically is useless at that point. So I'm just trying to get this thing deep. So I'm not a big expert on chatterbaits, but it's working right now. I think usually they sink a little more and you kind of treat them like swim baits, but this one's not working like that. It might be because it's a mini one. I don't even know the weight. Right there. See, I just cast it near that tree and I'm kind of jigging it and swimming it a little bit, letting it sink. So what this is doing is every time I'm pulling it up and kind of reeling in, the blade on it vibrates, and that's how the fish can see it. And then I'm also using dark colors with a paddle tail. Oh man, that was off the top water. How big is this guy? Oh my, is that a rock bass? Oh yeah. This rock bass just hit the top water. I think that's my first time catching one of these guys. I was reeling my chatterbait in really quick and it was just gliding on top of the water and this guy smacked it. That's what took my bait earlier, I think. That's a really good size rock bass. Look at that. So the chatterbait works for the rock bass too. The big ones at least. That's awesome. It's a beautiful rock bass. We'll see. As long as it's deep. Oh yeah. I don't have him good. I think it is a little bit deeper. Oh. All right, on the board right there. Oh, that's a perfect backdrop. He was hanging out right in that cove, right where your bait is. Think I got a rock bass? Yeah, you're right, Rock Bass City. Hey, I'll take it. All right, species number 2. Basically the 2 species in this river, or this creek, rock bass and smallmouth. Occasionally largemouth. Man, there's gotta be something over there. See if the Ned rig works. Whoa, oh my gosh. I was lifting up my bait to bring it out. That's a good one. I think I might need. What? Oh man, that's good. Come here, come on. Holy crap. I'm not supposed to do that. Dude, I was lifting it up to take it back, or to get a new cast in there. Oh my gosh. That might be close to my PB here. Here, like, I don't want to get my lure or my thing all muddy. Oh, it came out. All right. Look at that guy. That is, I don't know, what would you say this is? We're gonna get an official, but, oh, that's gotta be like 16 inches. Oh, shoot. That is a really huge fish. It's a deep hole. Oh. I don't think he's gonna beat my PB weight-wise.
16 or 17.
17. Okay, he's
17, buddy.
Oh man, you did say 17 or up. Here, let me wash him off. I'll get a. All right, it's pretty good. Thanks. All right, one last look. It's a tank.
Let the water come down.
Oh, here, actually, maybe you should get in front of me a little bit, like, oh. Okay. Oh, dude. All right. These swim off good?
Yep.
Perfect.
Good stuff,
oh,
I told you there's some nice ones in here, didn't I?
Yeah.
Where'd you catch them at? Right here?
Literally just like right in front of me. There's a, like, I guess it drops off a little bit.
Yeah. And
like I said, I was like, all right, I need to recast closer to the bank. He just slams it. I thought I got snagged.
That's awesome, man. Outstanding.
Hey, you picked out the spot. Thank you for that.
I'm glad I made some more.
I think there's rock bass there, green sunfish.
That's what I think too. This spot was going to be a little sneaky when we get out here.
A little steep.
Sneaky, you got to be a little sneaky.
What is that? Oh, yep, rock bass. I thought it was a white bass for a second. I was about to freak out. All right, check that guy out. Little rock bass. Oh, I think so. I think there's something big back there.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. All right, there was something else in that little hole next to the tree. A good sized rock bass. What the heck? This creek has just so many rock bass. And then some big smallmouth at times. Look at that. It's a really pretty one right there. Oh, that's a fish. I thought that was a snag. It's not bad. All right, look at that guy. I'll take that on the swim bait.